Hello, what is up guys? Evildoerstime here today, back with another Black Desert video. It's Thursday, so you know what that means. It's time for me to read you the patch notes, just like I do every single Thursday. So this week's patch brings us a couple new events as well as some changes to the game system. We'll cover all the important stuff in this video. And quickly before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, new to Black Desert, or you've been watching my videos and still haven't subscribed yet, please consider it. I'm pushing for 100k, and once I hit 100k, I can stop complaining about this every video, and it'll cut out like 10 seconds out of my intro every time, so really, think about the future state here. But also, you'll stay up to date when new content comes out, and I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start off with the first event, and it's actually a rehash of a video I put out a few days ago. I believe this was on Friday's video. The Black Desert app is out for the NA EU versions of the PC game. And console players were very quick to inform me that they've already had this app for like years. But for us PC players, you can go ahead and get a free pet as well as a Book of Old Moon for logging into the Black Desert app. It just gets sent right to your mail. I covered this in a video earlier this week once again. Free stuff just for logging into the app. App's pretty cool, lets you run your marketplace and all sorts of other cool goodies. The first actual event that came with this patch, however, is the Playtime Challenges event. So for logging into the game for 30, 60, 90, and 120 minutes, you'll receive the following items that you see right here. So we have the items used to upgrade your horse to a courser, we have some Valk's Cries, Crons stones, and an additional 100 loyalties if you stay logged in for 2 hours. These items can be redeemed in-game by pressing the Y key on the keyboard, and you will see them here in the login rewards. So right here I have my 30-minute rewards sitting right here, ready for me to claim. Next up we have 3 events, the Welcoming May Tulips event series, that are available here in-game. First one is available at Delph Knight's Castle NPC Margaret. This NPC is located at the very top of the Delph Knight Castle. You actually talk to this NPC while playing through the main storyline of the game. Delph Knight Castle is between Calphion as well as Heidel, and the NPC is Margaret. So if you use the Find NPC function in the top right corner, you can find this NPC. If you've played through the story, you probably have interacted with this NPC before, but once again, all the way at the top of the castle if you haven't. If you go ahead and talk to her, click on the quest tab, you're going to see Event Special Meal for the Soldiers. You need to bring her 3 separate meals. Those meals are the special Serendia meal, the special Calphion meal, and the special Balanos meal. For bringing these meals, you will receive 10 memory fragments as well as item collection increased scrolls. This quest is a weekly quest. You'll be able to do it once for the next 2 weeks. So 2 times total. The next event quest is at R in Calphion. If you followed Evildoerstime's leveling guide, you will have talked to this NPC. If you have not followed his leveling guide, located at the top of the city in this little garden area of Calphion. Talking to her, bring up a quest tab, event our hero, take that quest line. It involves talking to several NPCs. This is once per family. First location is the Anti-Troll Fortification location, which is located to the north of Calphion. You can see a little waypoint will have now been placed on your map, so head on up there. When you arrive at the location, you'll see a wagon that's broken. All you gotta do is click on the Scene of Battle pop-up that pops up when you get here. That'll complete the first part. Next up, we're heading to Old Dandelion, which is located to the left of the Caruto Cave. So Caruto Cave is to the right of Northern Wheat Plantation, up and to the right of Calphion. I'll meet you over there. This location is near the NPC Karsonov, you'll see right there. If you played through the Silence We're Done Here questline for the story, you will also have interacted with this NPC. All you gotta do is interact with the Scene of Battle location here to complete this portion. The final location is gonna take you to the Delph Knight Castle, which is where we were just at right here. So relative to the NPC Margaret that we were just talking to a minute ago, if you head around the little staircase, you'll see in the corner up here is the Scene of Battle location, so go ahead and click on that spot. And that will have completed that portion. Now we need to head back to R at the top of Calphion, so you can just actually click this button over here for the quest. It'll auto-path you to each location of it. So we just go ahead and click that button to send us back over to R, who once again is located at the north of Calphion, so the very top of it over here in this garden. And when you've returned to the NPC R, if you go ahead and talk to them, click on the chat option, inform R, but spare the gruesome details. You'll be rewarded with all of the crap right here. So Shakatu's Luxury Box, Advice of Destiny, Advice of Safety, some Valk's Cries, and Artisan Memories, plus some contribution points. So easy questline for some free crap. The next event is accessed via the Challenges tab. So in the Challenges tab, you will see the option that says Get Your Event Tulip Seed. So go ahead and accept this sucker. So to use this item, you are going to need a farm, all right? So in order to get a farm, you will need a fence. In order to get a fence, you're gonna need some contribution points. And the easiest place to buy them, where I always buy mine for 10 contribution points, is the NPC Flaviano here in Heidel. If you're like me, however, and have no contribution points left to spare, you can head to the NPC Jemkus Wimbersbane. I tried really hard to pronounce that, I'm sorry. To the north of Heidel at the Northern Guard camp. If you talk to this NPC with a character who has a gathering skill greater than Beginner 7, you will be able to accept a quest, Because I Like You. So go ahead and take that quest line. This quest requires you to bring him 3 iron ore, so all you gotta do is have that in your inventory and bring him the iron ore. And completion of this quest is going to give you a shabby fence. You then can take that fence like literally right next to him, because why not, and place it into the ground. This quest is one time per character, so if you've already done the quest line and thrown away this fence, then sorry, you're going to have to bring another character over here. But once you have the fence planted, you can interact with the fence by pressing the R key next to it, click on the magic little tulip seed that we've gotten, and finagle it into this here. So all I gotta do is drop that. It takes 1 hour and 40 minutes to grow, and once it has, you can come back and harvest it. So harvesting this seed is gonna give you a tulip. You're gonna get one of these seeds every single day when you log into the game, so you can stockpile them and keep growing them and exchanging them at your little fence. And once you have 3 of the tulips in your inventory, you can gift them to the NPC Normal Light at the Northern Wheat Plantation for a bunch of silver, some Caphras stones, another luxury box of the Shakatu variety, enhancement help kit number 2, and some contribution EXP. So for those of you that do not know where this NPC is, she's located at the Northern Wheat Plantation, which is up and to the right of the Sea of Calphion. She's the main NPC of the plantation, Normal Light, right here. So yeah, do this 3 times over the next couple of days for that free crap. And the final event is one that I won't be able to take advantage of until my weekend live streams, because these times are awesome for people who live on the East Coast. But it's a field boss spawning event, so basically up and to the left of Heidel, there are going to be a series of field bosses that are going to spawn at the times denoted in this table right here, so pause the video. Once again, the link to this is in the description below as well, so you can just go to the actual post yourself if you want. But basically, you're going to get a series of 4 field bosses that will spawn at that given time, so Dasher Bag, Red Nose, Giant Mustard, Dim Tree Spot, blah 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 blah. They're going to have tons of free crap at them, and they have a double drop rate chance for the gear that they drop, the boss gear. So neat little event if you enjoy killing the field bosses. Also at a central location, so lots of people should partake in them. Except, you know, people that live on the East Coast that, like, have to work and can't stay up until 12:50 in the morning. On a weekday, on a school night, oh, man. Anyway, that's going to do it for events, so now we can move on to the other changes that came with the game. But first things first, there's a little tiny tweak that has been made to when buffs apply with skill add-ons. So skills that heal you or recover you will apply even if the target you're attacking blocks the attack. On the contrary, things that decrease the stats of the person you're attacking will not apply if they block the hit. We got a couple little quality of life tweaks for the majority of classes in the game, so there's a lot of little changes here. And then we get down to the Sage, who has like a long list of things that they changed, reworked, and whatnot, so honestly I'm not going to sit here and read to you. But yeah, if you saw your class's portrait available here when we thumb through it real quick, might want to stop by and see what they adjusted for you. So moving into other changes to the game, we have new probabilities showing when you go to relearn a skill using horse skill change coupons. Nice little improvement for those of you that want to spend money on the gambling game that is horse training. A new series of random alchemy quests have been added, so while you're performing alchemy, similar to how when you're performing cooking, you can get one of these random procs of quests where you have to craft the required item. Crafting the required item will give you the items that you see on the right over here. So a little bonus EXP and some traces for completing this little quest that pops up. An interesting change just in time for the removal of the season servers is that the Pride Tuvula Awakening box is now being removed from rewards for the Awakening questline. A cool new feature was added to your map in-game. If you press the M key on the keyboard, navigate to the bottom right corner, you will see a little horseshoe icon. If you click that, you can see all of your horses that you have stabled in various cities and where they are, what level they are, so pretty neat. You can thumb through and see where you have horses stabled. Which is awesome because I thought I lost this camel and it got bugged, but it just turns out it's in the middle of the desert somewhere and I just need to go find it. Thanks, new feature. And yeah, that's pretty much it for cool, important updates that you're going to want to take advantage of here with this update/patch here to Black Desert. So if this video is going to help you here in Black Desert, do let me know in the comment section below. Also, once again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please consider it. It helps to grow it. I would greatly appreciate it, and you'll stay up to date when new content comes out. Thank you all so much for watching. Once again, I'll see you at the next live stream over on Twitch and next YouTube video right here, or wherever I happen to see you. Peace.